This month, Mars the Warrior travels from fire sign Leo back into water sign Cancer. And we have Uranus, the Great Awakener, turning back to direct motion. All of this, an empowered moment and more in my new intuitive energy forecast for the month of January 2025. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lema, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from Sacred Soul Empowerment, here in a brand new month and a brand new year of 2025 with your intuitive energy forecast for the month of January. For this month, we're going to be using the Syrian Starseed Tarot by Patricia Corey and Alyssa Bartha. That will be the main message for everyone. Your special message card this month, depending on your stone of choice, is going to be coming from the Star Temple Oracle deck by Susie Cherub. So before we get into your stones of choice for that special message card or the astrology for the month, let's go ahead, close our eyes and settle in and do an empowered moment. So as you close your eyes, take a deep breath. And as you exhale, allow your body to relax. Allow your mind to clear, feeling safe and secure, centered and at peace. And focusing on this new month of the new year, 2025, this first month of the year, a time where we set intentions for the year, focus on our goals and aims and ambitions and dreams for the year. A time where we want to plant new seeds, a time where we want to birth a new energy. What does that energy look like for you? What new seeds of intention do you want to plant? What new beginnings do you want to create? Where do you want to put your energy this month? So get a clear idea in your mind, envision in your mind what that looks like, what your goals for the year are, what dreams you would like to manifest. See them in detail, see them in color, be creative about envisioning these new seeds of intention. But leave room for the universe to bring forth the magic and the miracles, allowing them to unfold in divine timing, allowing room for wonderful surprises and added extras. Allowing your angels and guides to lead you to the perfect opportunities, people, places, potential that is in your highest and best interest this year. See your goals, your dreams, your intentions surrounded in golden white light. See, feel, or sense yourself happy and joyous, excited about the new adventures that lie ahead. Feel that happiness and joy and passion magnifying within and all around you. And take in a deep breath, breathing that essence in, breathing life into those dreams, those intentions. And as you exhale, send it out to the universe where it can be made manifest in divine timing for you. And as you take one last deep, healing, cleansing breath, when you feel ready and in your own time, can open your eyes, returning to this time and place and space. So let's go ahead and take a look at our stones of choice for this month. Now, I don't have a lot written out about these stones, so go with your intuition. This is an amethyst cluster, okay? So with the clusters, it's all about group energy, group dynamics, coming together with people of like mind. The amethyst rules the crown chakra. So this is our claircognizance. This is those revelations, aha moments, those inspirations that pop into our head. Amethyst helps us with our dreams, nighttime and daytime dreams. It's of a higher vibrational energy, and it helps us with humanitarian service to others, as well as increasing our own psychic perceptions and abilities. The second stone of choice is a double terminated clear quartz crystal. So the clear quartz crystal magnifies the energies, of our intentions and of our dreams. It magnifies our psychic abilities, our healing abilities. With the double termination here, the double points, it can really focus the energies in a particular direction. So if you're really wanting to focus your energies, maybe there's 2 dreams or 2 goals that you want to focus on. This is going to also relate to the crown chakra as well. It's kind of, to me, it's like that direct link to God's source energy, right? If we put that point on the top of our head and the other point is straight up towards the heavens, it's that kind of direct link to God's source energy universe. This is, again, a magnifier of energies. So this can really assist us with clarity too. I want to say this is going to help us to have more clarity about what we want to do, where we want to go in this new year of 2025. And then our last stone of choice, this is a rose quartz sphere. And so the rose quartz is, of course, about unconditional love, compassion, forgiveness, nurturing. It's a very soft energy. It's a very feminine energy. So this is more about the receptivity and the allowing and the faith, the trust, the surrender. If there's a need to heal old heart chakra wounds or relationship wounds, this is about even loving yourself. So this is about self-love as well as love for other people. But this can bring a lot of gentle healing. This is kind of like angel wings surrounding you and giving you a big hug. The fact that it's a sphere has, again, that very soft energy to it. So it's emanating out in all these various directions all at once in a very soft and, again, feminine way. So again, your stones of choice are the amethyst cluster, the double terminated clear quartz crystal, and the rose quartz. All right, so let's talk about the numerological energy of the month of January. And I'm going to try to go through this in the astrology a little bit faster paced. I always think I'm going to, and then of course it doesn't end up that way. But we have a lot of card messages for this first month of the year. So I want to make sure that we have time to get to them without this video being too long. But we're in a brand new energy vibration for 2025. That could be a whole video in and of itself. But if we add 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, we get the number 9. The number 9 is the last of the single digits. This is about completion. It's an energy of the closing of old cycles. It's about surrender. It's about unconditional love, faith, trust, healing. It's the ending of a chapter in our lives. So we're ending something, we're completing something, and this can be old karmic patterns. This can be a way of life. This could be where we're living on the planet. This could be about certain work or relationship situations that are coming to a close, or at least aspects of it are coming to a close. Now, the card in the tarot that relates to that is Major Arcana 9, of course. This is, again, the vibration for the year 2025. This is the Hermit card in the traditional deck, in the traditional tarot deck. In this deck, it's called Reflection. And I know my lighting isn't good here because I'm still house sitting, so I apologize if it's hard to see the cards here. But the Hermit card is about us seeking our own light, right? This is on a collective level for the collective for the year. We're seeking our own light. We're seeking our own way. We're on a spiritual journey. Okay, we're the hermit, which means we're kind of walking this path alone. We're walking this journey alone. But we're not alone. We have spirit, we have our angels, we have our guides, we have our higher soul self. Yes, we have our friends and family, those that are there to support us, but this is our own spiritual journey. And you can see with the Hermit in this deck, this is all about contemplation and self-reflection. He's got a staff here with a lantern on the end of it. So again, he's lighting his own way. The path before him is lit up, but not too far ahead, right? So this is like, we don't know where we're going. We don't know what the long term looks like because that lantern is only lighting so much of the path, but we can see the next step, and then we can see the next step and the next step after that. And so just be in the present moment, taking one step at a time. As the Hermit, use your inner wisdom and knowledge. And again, have trust and faith that your inner guidance, as well as the guidance from your own angels and spiritual helpers, are leading you towards the solution, leading you towards the next step, leading you towards where you are set to go next in this life. So that's kind of the vibration of the year in a very short, abbreviated form. But now the month of January, we have to take that 9 energy of completion for the year, and we need to add it to January, the first month of the year, and we get the number 10, right? And so whereas the 9 for the year is about endings and completion, the 1 energy for January is about new beginnings and planting new seeds, right? It's about initiation. And we usually think of January in that way, right? The start of the new year, and we're initiating something new and wanting to plant these new seeds of intention. And it really is true in this year of 2025 with the January vibration, because January's vibration isn't always a number 1, right? It just happens to be a 1 universal month in the year 2025. So here we are, we're needing to stand in confidence and courage and inner strength and our sense of leadership and inner authority, which is they are all key words for that number 1. Now, because it's a 10 before we reduce it to a 1, right? Because the universal year is that 9, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5. We add it to January, the number 1, we get a 10. So the 10th major arcana, which is the card that follows the Hermit card, is the Wheel of Fortune. So this month is a Wheel of Fortune month. And the Wheel of Fortune, also sometimes called the Wheel of Karma, there's something that's shifting. There's a shift, a karmic shift that's happening. The Wheel of Fortune is usually one of a positive shift of the wheel. Now, sometimes it can just bring a fated shift of the wheel, and therefore it doesn't really seem all that grand, right? But I think it depends on our perspective. I mean, everything really depends on our perspective. So what is your perspective? Do you want a glass half full perspective or a glass half empty? We want the glass half full. We want to see the great wheel, the Wheel of Fortune here, bringing us a positive shift into a new karmic cycle. So we're, again, in a year of endings, but we're in a month of new beginnings. And allow this to bring forth something new, something grand, a new vision, a new idea, a new dream. No matter what the circumstances around you seems to be, right? Tune into what's inside of you. Tune into that idea of hope and that dream you have within, and focus on that dream, visualize that dream, feel that dream, and allow that to be the guiding energy, the guiding light for you for the whole entire year that will bring you to the next step on your path. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the astrology for the month. Now, this is just the highlights for this month, right? We're going to start out on January 2nd with Venus, the planet of love and relationships, money and finances, moving into the sign of Pisces. And she's going to be in Pisces until February 4th. So almost about a full month, right? She's going to be in Pisces. And Venus, as far as love and relationships, she's in the sign of unconditional love and compassion and forgiveness. And so there might be a lot of that going on within our relationships, but Pisces also can bring a little bit of confusion and uncertainty. So we might also have that as far as our relationship dynamics are concerned. It also might bring a lack of good boundaries in our relationships. Money and finances, again, there might be this idea of wearing rose-colored glasses, or we're uncertain, things don't feel very clear, we don't know what to do or how to proceed. So I would say take your time before making big, important financial decisions if you can. Venus in Pisces is very feminine. You know, this is about how we value ourselves as well, is what Venus is about. So this is about really having a spiritual perspective of who you are, valuing the spirit and the soul within yourself, right? Not getting distracted by the mundane third dimensional. Pisces energy, where Venus is moving into, is all about, again, the creative gifts, the artistic gifts, the spiritual gifts of your soul, and that you are a soul, that you are an infinite soul and spirit of the universe, and that you're full of magic, and that you're interconnected with all that is, and interconnected with each other, and interconnected with those that have passed and those that are here. And so just feeling that at oneness and valuing that spiritual aspect of yourself. All right, and then we have also on the 2nd of January, Mars the warrior opposing Pluto, the transformer. This is pretty heavy duty. Now, a lot of times I only bring up these kind of aspects in the weekly reading, but Pluto's highlighted a few times with different planets connecting with it, and I felt like that was important to share. So Pluto's about death and rebirth, transformation and regeneration. We're moving into a new year, right? And we want to see both our country, as well as if you're anywhere else in the world, we want to see the world, the collective, shifting into a positive transformation. Mars is an activator planet. Mars is opposing Pluto on the 2nd of January. So something is being activated in the world around us because it's an opposition, so it's outside of us. And whatever this activation is, I feel like it's carried throughout the month from some of the other connections, which we'll talk about here shortly, that's happening with Pluto. So there's an active transformation that is being initiated at the beginning of the month. Now, again, don't take it at face value. Mars is the warrior, right? He is going after things without thinking. Pluto, also, as well as being the transformer, is also the destroyer. So they're both very heavy-duty planets. In fact, they both rule the sign of Scorpio. Pluto is the modern ruler of Scorpio. Mars is the ancient ruler of Scorpio. Scorpio is about death and rebirth. And Scorpio can move us into the shadows in order to transmute those shadows so that we can rise like the phoenix, another part of Scorpio, rise like the phoenix, born from the ashes anew. So there might be something pretty heavy duty that's being activated. But I feel like as we move through the month, or even move through the months of the year, we'll see more of, hopefully, the phoenix rising and what that's all about. On the 6th of January, Mars the warrior retrogrades back from Leo, where he is when he connects with Pluto on the 2nd, but it's going to retrograde back into Cancer. Okay, Mars started his retrograde motion the end of last year, 2024. And Mars is a fiery planet, and up until the 6th of January has continued to be in fire sign Leo. So kind of likes being in that fire sign, but now it's retrograding back into Cancer. For all of this month, for all of the month of February, We'll talk about that a little bit more in the future, but it's retrograde through towards the end of February before it turns back to direct motion in Cancer. So now Mars is putting his energy into water sign Cancer, home, family, nurturing, caretaking, empathy, emotions, living situations, land, a community. So all of these things are being reactivated, and I say reactivated because Mars already went through Cancer earlier, towards the end of last year. And so now it's reactivating some of this. So we're going over again some of this energy regarding home, family, our living situation, emotions, emotional wounds, where we need healing within our emotional bodies, and that kind of thing. And then on the 8th of January, Mercury, the planet that rules the mental realm, is moving out of Sagittarius, where he was retrograde last year, and now moving into Capricorn, earth sign, practical, grounded Capricorn, until January 27th. So not even this full month will it be in Capricorn. But Capricorn is very goal-oriented and ambitious. In fact, it's a perfect place as far as us creating a vision board or planting new seeds or, thinking about what our goals are for the year. So Mercury being in Capricorn is, again, a very grounded, practical place, and it's hardworking, and it is... it's willing to take the patient steps needed to move forward. It's willing to create a plan and an organized plan as far as how we're going to get to where we want to go in a goal-oriented way. And then on the 13th of January, we've got a full moon. This full moon is going to be in the sign of Cancer at 24 degrees of Cancer. So full moons are about completion and healing and releasing, letting go. And it really heightens our emotions. Whenever we have any kind of a full moon, it heightens our emotions. But this one is in Cancer. The moon traditionally rules the sign of Cancer. So this is about our emotions, and our emotional buttons could definitely be pushed even more so during this particular full moon. But it also creates a heightened sense of psychic abilities, intuitive abilities, healing abilities, empathic abilities. And again, there's a focus on home and family matters because Cancer rules that realm. On the 19th of January, we've got the sun moving into Aquarius. So this happens about the same time every year. And the sun moving into Aquarius, now the focus for about a month's time will be on humanitarian endeavors, the collective, what is best for the collective, or people coming together of like mind to work on a common goal that will help humanity in some way. It's about future, it's about inventions, it's about aha moments, revelations, inspiration of a spiritual level. So a lot of that's going to be going on while the sun is in Aquarius until the 18th of February. And then on the 21st, this is where the sun connects with Pluto. So remember earlier I said something was being activated on the 2nd of January with Mars opposing Pluto. But now the sun in Aquarius is connecting with Pluto in Aquarius on the 21st. So there's a highlighting of some sort of transformation. The sun is shining its light and highlighting this idea of death and rebirth and transformation and change. And on the 27th, Mercury, the ruler of our thoughts, perceptions, beliefs, ideas, right? The ruler of the mental realm, it's moving into Aquarius. And on the 28th, it's going to be connecting with Pluto in Aquarius as well. So now again, there's some sort of communication, information, message, new ideas, perceptions regarding transformation that's also being activated. And then the next day, the 29th of January, we've got a new moon in Aquarius. So there's a lot of kind of Aquarius activation here towards the end of the month. New moons are about new beginnings, planting new seeds again. Now we're planting seeds for humanity, right? Aquarius is the sign of the humanitarian. It's the sign of that rules the collective of humanity. And how can we make the world a better place? How can we help each other? How can we treat each other with equal respect? And, how can we help the earth and Earth Mother Gaia? And how can we help our fellow man and woman and, all the human beings on the planet? And then on the 30th, the very next day, we've got Uranus, the planet that rules Aquarius, the natural ruling planet of Aquarius, although right now it's in Taurus. But Uranus rules Aquarius, and it's turning back to direct motion at 23 degrees of Taurus on the 30th. So we've got a lot of this Aquarian energy. The 19th, the sun moves into Aquarius. The 27th, Mercury in Aquarius. Oh, I forgot to say, the 21st is when the sun connects with Pluto, and the 28th is when Mercury connects with Pluto, and the 29th is the new moon in Aquarius, and the 30th is Uranus turning direct. And Uranus, again, ruling the natural ruler of Aquarius, it's going to highlight, or it's going to magnify all this Aquarian energy. And so I want to say there's hope, right? There's this idea of Aquarius provides this sense of hope in the future, hope for the future. And I know that, a lot of us maybe felt challenged, or we felt like we were struggling in 2024. 2024 was overall a pretty challenging year. It was a difficult year with a different vibration. And it was all about us owning our own personal power, right? Taking back our power, finding our inner power. Now this year of 2025 is much more feminine in nature. Last year was more of a masculine archetypal energy. 2025 is more of a feminine archetypal energy. So it's more about that love, nurturing, compassion, helping one another, being of service to one another. So we'll see how that unfolds during the year. But that's a little bit about the energy of the month. Let's go ahead and take a look at what came up. And there is, like I said, a lot of cards. How are we doing on time here? All right. So we had two cards, right? So let's look at the first of the first two cards. We've got the Master of Orbs. This is like the King of Swords. And the king is the leader. The king takes charge. And in the sign of orbs, or in the sign of swords or air, it's all about the mental realm. So again, new ideas, right? We're taking charge of where our mind goes, how we're thinking, how we're perceiving, how we're believing in what's happening, both within us and around us. So take charge and come up with these new ideas, a new plan, envisioning this new way of looking at your world, or looking at how you want your world to unfold. We do have, kind of looks like a rainbow behind him. Now, when I look at it, it doesn't look like the colors of the rainbow, but this reminds me of a rainbow. And rainbows signify, again, hope in the future. And the orbs, because it rules the mental realm, and our mind kind of goes off sometimes in the future. This is, again, this kind of hope in the future, envisioning the future. What's the potential of the future? What are the ideas, the goals, the ambitions you have for the future? Where do you want to go with all this, right? And this is the perfect month to really focus on the new plan that you have on a mental level. And again, I'm going to mention the vision board again. If you haven't already, I definitely say make a vision board for the year, because this is a perfect energy for that. Let's see what card came out with the King of Orbs, or the Master of Orbs. Okay, we've got the Ace of Orbs. Perfect. Okay, the Ace of Orbs is like the Ace of Swords. So again, new ideas, new perceptions, new perspectives, a new way of perceiving, thinking, and believing, right? We've got I don't know if that's an orca or a dolphin. It looks more like an orca to me. But anyway, we've got, it could be a dolphin, because they do like to play with balls. But we've got the Ace of Swords. And this is, again, about the planting of the seeds of the new idea, or the new way of thinking and perceiving. So it goes really well with the Master of Orbs here. And this is, it's almost feeling like you're taking charge of this idea of coming up with your own plan, coming up with your own ideas, right? But don't discount the power in coming together with others. Don't discount the power of coming together in a group of like-minded people, even though this feels more like you're doing it on your own. You're doing this plan on your own, right? But make it a little fun too, right? Don't be overly serious. Sometimes in our mind, we can get overly serious, and here this dolphin or orca wants to play with the ball. And the ball is kind of full of some colors here. So be colorful, be creative, and have some fun with it, right? Like if you were to make a vision board, it could be fun to get the colored pencils and the markers and like just, free hand draw or whatever pops into your head, write it down as long as it's positive. So have some fun with the creation of these new ideas as you move into this new month of the year. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the second set of cards. So the first of the second set of cards, this is the Five of Chalices. This is like the Five of Cups in the traditional tarot. And the number 5 in numerology sometimes can be a little scattered and ungrounded. And so the suit of chalices or cups is about the emotions, the emotional realm, the emotional body. So we might be feeling a little scattered, confused, or unsure emotionally as we enter this first month of the year. This can be about our emotions being all over the place. This can be about not only confusion, but fear or sadness, or even maybe some despair. We've got this woman sitting by the water, by the river, and she looks like she's in despair. But the thing to remember about the Five of Chalices or Five of Cups is that there may be 3 cups that have toppled over, the 3 cups kind of lying there in the water or overturned, right? So there's aspects of her emotional life, maybe relationships with others or past memories and sadness that come up. And she's maybe too focused on what hasn't worked or isn't working. But she's forgetting that there's 2 cups right here sitting upright. There's still good things here to be had. There's still friends by your side to support you, or that mentor that's there to help you, or that emotional resilience that you have within you to push forward and keep moving on and moving through. So don't forget that you have this emotional support within you and outside of you somewhere, right? Don't overly focus on what's not working or what hasn't worked, but instead focus on what is working and what's still there around you to support you. All right, let's look at the second of those 2 cards. We've got another 5, the 5 of Crystals. This is like the 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of Earth or the 5 of Pentacles. And when I looked at this, we've got a woman standing outside in a winter scene, and there's icicles coming down off of the roof of the cavern or wherever it is that she is. And it makes me feel like the first thing that popped into my head was standing out in the cold. Like you might have felt as you ended last year, especially, like maybe you were out in the cold. You were standing out in the cold. Things didn't work out. The suit of crystals or earth or pentacles is more about the material aspects of life, job, career, money, finances. It could even be home, family, projects, creative projects, career projects, things like that. Things that are, in our 3rd dimensional wheelhouse. And so we might feel like something again, wasn't working. A lot of times this can be about a fear of financial security. So there's some financial insecurity, money fears going on here, where maybe things have frozen up, things aren't vibrant and alive or flowing, right? We feel like something's come to a standstill or a stop and it all just kind of froze up. So whether this is situational or, again, a mindset or a belief system within you, I'm not saying that these 2 energies, this 5 of Chalice, this 5 of Crystals, is going to be our reality for January. It's more, I feel like, something we're needing to heal in this month of January. I feel like, again, you know, we need to focus on the glass half full rather than the glass half empty. We need to focus on the idea of stillness, the idea of taking a pause and being in a place of stillness before the big breakthrough, before, you know, something flows through and flows into our lives, right? So a lot of this kind of fear or uncertainty or insecurity or sadness or, you know, depression or whatever it might be, it's things on the emotional body and mental body level that we need to still heal. It doesn't necessarily mean it's our reality that's going to be made manifest for the whole month. These are things that we can shift and change our perspective about or bring healing to, so that we can move more into the first two cards of the new ideas, the new potential, the fun, creative, new seeds that we want to plant, right? And not get stuck in this energy here. And let's see what the last two cards are, because hopefully the last two cards will bring us back into a positive state from this. Okay, so the first card is the Seeker of Flames. The Seeker of Flames is like the Page of Wands. So things are warming up. We've got the flame there, the fire there, right? It's going to warm up that the icicles and the snow and the cold and whatnot of that card. So we're seeking the solution. The Seeker of Flames is like the Page of Wands. Pages are messengers, information, ideas, things that are coming in either intuitively or through other people. And the flames, the fire, the wands is a very intuitive sign. So this could be messages from your angels and guides, messages from your higher soul self. But it could also be, again, messages, information, communication, emails, phone calls, etc. from other people. So that could be you sending out the communication or the communication coming to you. But we're seeking the light. We're seeking information. We're seeking the solution as to how to move forward. And this is a very positive card, right? The Page of Flames or the Seeker of Flames. It really provides us with some sort of guidance, right? This person is kind of in a prayer sort of stance with this idol that's holding the fire. So she's looking for some sort of spiritual guidance. She's looking for a spiritual answer or solution. And I definitely feel like it's going to be provided here, right? There's an offering being made here. There's some sort of creative, inspiring energy that's being offered to us. Let's see what comes out with this card. Major Arcana 17, the Star card. This is great. So what's being offered, the message that's being given is that there is hope for the future. We're going back to that hope for the future. This is about our dreams, hopes, and wishes, and our vision for the future starting to be made manifest. This is more the visionary stage, right? We're up in the universe, we're up in the stars, we're reaching for the star. The star is about hope for the future. So again, brand new month and a brand new year. There is hope for the future, everyone. And we have to focus on that glass half full hope for the future. We have to see and envision in our mind, in our imagination, in our heart, the goals, the ideas, the new perspectives of how we can all support, help, assist one another. Humanity assisting humanity, the collective assisting our brothers and sisters of the collective, right? As we all move forward together in a sense of equality and mutual love and respect. This can be about new inventions as well as new ideas, new technologies, and again, just new information from the heavens, new information from our brothers and sisters of the highest vibration of light that's being shown to us, given to us, either in real time or here in our mind, that we can then take those ideas, going back to the very first card, the Master of Orbs, right? The King of Ideas. So we're taking those ideas and we're going to move forward here with those ideas into the future. All right, let's see what message, special message comes up depending on your stone of choice That first stone of choice was the amethyst cluster. So special message for the month of January for the amethyst cluster people. Amethyst cluster people. This one caught my attention as I opened my eyes. And it says the Empress of the Night. And it says finale. Interesting. It says, after the storm, I emerge a shiny new star. So it again makes me feel like maybe 2024, or at least part of 2024, maybe it felt like a storm to you. And after the storm, you'll then see the light. After the storm, you become a shiny new star. So there's a finalization of something, because it does say finale. So we're in the home stretch of something. We're needing to tie up the loose ends. We're needing to close out a cycle. We're needing maybe to shut some doors from the past, from 2024, or maybe even before 2024. And as we close out that cycle, as we complete that energy, as we finalize something, then we can again become that shiny new star, right? And as we become the shiny new star, we can light our own way with hope in the future, the future of our family, friends, of the collective. And we can just, I look at that image and that picture, right? She looks like she's just in love with the energy of where she's at. She looks like she's in this kind of passionate inner embrace with herself, right? And this vibrant red hair, right? Red is an activating color, and it's actually the color of the root chakra too. So we're activating our sense of security and stability and feeling stable and grounded in who we are and where we're going. So hold on to that essence of the star within you as you finalize something, move through that storm, and become that star that you really are. All right, and then the next stone of choice was the double terminated quartz, right? Double terminated quartz, crystal people, special message for the double terminated quartz people. This one is calling my attention, if I can get to it here. And this says the temple. And it says home. I no longer search outside of myself for home. So home is where the heart is. Home is where your soul is. Your soul is infinite. Your soul is everywhere. Your soul is connected to all that is, God, source, energy, universe. So try to be at home within this body. The temple is the body is your temple in this lifetime. So try to be at home here. Home is where the heart is, right? And be at home within this physical body, be at home within yourself, be at home with where you're living right now. Maybe you're not feeling like where you're living, location-wise, is your home. Maybe you're feeling like you're longing for something, a different place to be, a different place to live. But know that there's good aspects about where you're at now, right? What has been the good about where you're living? Right? If you're choosing to think about where you want to go next, look at what you're grateful and thankful for the place you're in now. What did it give you? What did it teach you? What did it provide for you? What gifts were there for you? And then think about, okay, I'm at home within myself. I love myself. I love my physical body. And I love wherever the universe shows me is my new home. Okay. So that, has kind of a double meaning as far as if you're looking for a new place to live, right? But it feels like it's more about, searching for the sacredness within yourself, right? Because it talks about the temple. And so realizing that you are a sacred being, that you don't have to look for the sacred gift, the blessing, the abundance, the prosperity outside of yourself. I mean, sure, we all want blessings to flow to us, but realizing that you are a blessing, realizing that you are abundance, realizing that you are the temple of your being, you are the sacred soul within yourself, a sacred soul of the universe, but you are in the temple of your being, which is a sacred soul. So as you kind of emanate that energy from within outward, it's then going to attract the blessings, the abundance, the prosperity that perhaps you're looking for, and maybe the new home as well. All right, let's put that back in the deck. The last stone of choice was the rose quartz sphere. So for those people that chose the rose quartz sphere, special message for the month of January. Okay, so this one wants to pop up, and it says the priestess. I love this card, the priestess, and it says embody. It says, I am an embodiment of the divine feminine. What a perfect card to end this reading with. Because again, we're in a 9 universal year for 2025 now. The collective is in that 9 year, which is very divine feminine, very selfless service to humanity, unconditional love, compassion, forgiveness. She's kind of in a prayer stance here. And it just really has that feeling of, again, embodying your divine feminine energy for this month and perhaps for the whole year. So I feel like meditation is in order. Not that we're going to do a meditation, but for those of you that got this card, I feel like just really if you go within and you allow yourself to be in meditation with your divinity, with your sacred feminine, your divine feminine energy, embody the priestess within you. And the priestess is both feminine, but also strong and vital, right? She's got a strength about her. That is going to serve you well for this month of January, if not for the whole year. Got this purple kind of crown sort of on her head, right? Crown chakra lit up, claircognizance, divine messages flowing through, channeling the information and the messages. All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to the January 2025 forecast. Remember, I do the weekly intuitive forecast as well. Thank you for your love and support from 2024 and into this new year of 2025. Check out my services on my website, Sacred Soul Empowerment. Sign up for my newsletter. I give discounts as well as other information on lectures and classes and workshops that are coming up. And I send you a lot of love and light, a lot of divine feminine, unconditional love, compassion, energy for the month of 2025 and all year long. Namaste, everyone.